Hello everyone, my name is Deborah Shemesh and I am a stage 4 melanoma survivor. I was diagnosed 31 years ago when I was 26 at UCLA Melanoma Center in Los Angeles under the regime of Dr. Donald Morton. As you can see on my left forearm is where my melanoma was. I had wide excision and a skin graft from my left hip to fill in that large excision. I had 11 nodes removed from my left armpit area, and they were all negative for melanoma. So I thought I was clear and free from ever having this experience of melanoma again. At the time, I was doing quite well as an editorial model, working for the Eagles and various other national artists, doing their songbooks and album covers, and just decided that perhaps since the diagnoses, I'd better find myself a job that provided insurance just in case the cancer came back. So I was very fortunate to have a friend who had a temporary agency where I answered the phones and took a call from ABC Entertainment, and they were looking for someone with my skills, and I applied for the job, and voila, that was history. So I started at ABC in 80, so to speak. I found a wonderful man to marry in 1981. Detoxified, we were married immediately, and I had a baby boy in 1982, a healthy, strong baby boy. And the marriage did not last. However, that was okay because I was so pleased to have a child and a wonderful job. So the story goes on, and you can read about my story at www.DeborahShemesh1.com. But I'm here to tell you that I have survived metastases, even though the initial diagnosis was in my left forearm. 7 years later, the melanoma was found in my stomach and up my esophagus, which was resected. There were suspicious moles or tumors on my pancreas and liver, and so they told me to begin preparing to put my child, up for adoption. Oh, being the thick-headed person that I can be at times, I did just that, but I also became more of a patient active and found myself in a support group at the wellness community, which gave me some wonderful tools for coping. And so after the stomach surgery, I went back to UCLA, and UCLA introduced me to a protocol of BCG with melanoma antigens, which I took for 9 months. And that didn't prevent the melanoma from coming back, because that same year it went to my left ovary and left fallopian tube. It was about the size of a grapefruit by the time they got it out. And then the following year it went to my right ovary and right fallopian tube, and in 91 it was in my left femur bone, and then my left hip and right hip and sacrum, and hospice a couple times here and there, and here I am 31 years later. Yes, it's me, Deborah Shemesh, and I'm here to tell you that you too can have a quality of life regardless of your prognoses. Always believe the diagnoses, but never believe the prognoses. And it was in 1988 when I read Deepak Chopra's book, Quantum Healing, and it really gave me a whole new way of looking at my body. I began to look at my body after reading his book several times from a more spiritual perspective, and I realized that I had lost a connection to the essence of my childlike innocence that was stored somewhere deep down in my body. I was trying to live in the adult world and had lost my joy. And anyway, I started with meditation and diet change and lifestyle change. And though I've been cancer-free for 11 years, I'm now presenting some symptoms. And I've been seen at St. Mary's Melanoma Center in San Francisco. And I'm just wondering if anybody out there who is a stage 4 cancer patient or caregiver has heard of melanoma going to the meninges or spinal cord, and or intrasusception, melanoma of the small bowel. And I'm having a barium study this Friday to see better into the body, and then a lumbar puncture to make sure there's no melanoma in the lumbar spine area or the spinal fluid. So if you can call me at the number listed on my website, or contact me through Facebook or YouTube, I'd greatly appreciate it. I really do intend to live another 31 years and establish my nonprofit foundation for melanoma patients and for their families. Thank you so much for taking the time to listening to my story, and I would so welcome hearing your story. And please do visit my website, because I have some great yoga exercises up there and meditation guidelines. I am a Chopra Center certified primordial sound meditation instructor, as well as a 7 spiritual laws of yoga instructor. I like to think of it as survivor yoga. So if any of you are interested in what I do to maintain a wonderful quality of life, please do stay in touch with me. Namaste. Have a great day. Thank you so much, everyone, and enjoy. There is life after the initial prognoses and diagnoses. Namaste.